Thank you. Let's bring in board-certified plastic surgeon who escaped from Iran at the age of 6, Dr. Sheila Nazarian, and retired U.S. Navy Vice Admiral Robert Harward. Thank you both for coming on. Admiral, to you first. I want to play one more soundbite from the Vice President, J.D. Vance, when he was talking to the media outside Air Force 2. He said that the basis for the peace talks is Iran giving up its uranium. Listen to this.
This is one of the things that's going to be one of the main subjects of negotiation, is that we want Iran to not be able to make a nuclear weapon. We want the nuclear fuel, which is something the president has made very clear. And there's, again, the way to think about this is the United States has certain demands and certain things that we want. The Iranians have things they can get out of the negotiation. The more that they're willing to give us, I think the more they're going to get things out of this negotiation.
What do you think about this, Admiral? Do you think that Iran is willingly going to give up its uranium?
I don't care if they're willing to or not. They're ultimately going to have to see the peace on their side of the table. And they're getting to the bitter end. That's why this strategic pause for them is so valuable. They've been getting hammered for 5 weeks now. They needed a break. And a part of this transition, while the deal was struck, to get that word out to all the team, to make sure everyone knows what the agreements was and what they're going to try to accomplish with the meetings here in Pakistan, takes a little time to inculcate to their forces and their command and control, especially when that's been decimated at all. So at the end of the day, this is going to be a tough pill for them to swallow. But if they want to stay in existence, they're going to have to do it.
Yeah. Meantime, Michael Allen kind of echoing a little bit of that there. Michael Allen saying the Iranians need to know exactly where the United States stands on certain points. He made a very good point when he said this.
The only thing that could ruin it is if we're not clear with them on the Strait of Hormuz, but let's get to the end of the week. Let's see what happens this weekend and make sure that Iran doesn't get to dictate who gets through and thereby control the world's energy.
People in this country, people in Iran, everybody's kind of watching these negotiations. It looks like it's going to start, you know, J.D. Vance is going to be there when it starts on Friday. This is a big deal. Everybody has got to set the guidelines, and the Iranians don't really have a lot of wiggle room here.
I think that the Iranians do have actually a little bit of wiggle room, because remember, their standard for success is way lower than what our standard is. All they have to do is survive. All they have to do is survive. China, Russia, they're going to help them rebuild. And as long as they have the Strait of Hormuz in their back pocket, they do have a pretty strong card to use against not just the United States, Israel, and the world. They've already experienced that. We've shown them how important this is, how it affects our stock prices and our economy. And so one way or another, we have to get the nuclear enrichment away from them, and we have to get the Strait of Hormuz away from them as well. That's what it comes down to.
Nathan Sales said the U.S. war machine can be back in action like that at a moment's notice, and he said this as well. Watch.
We still have a lot of cards to play. We saw the numbers about how effective the bombing campaign has been over the past 38 days, and it's tactical brilliance on the Americans' part and the Israelis' part. We've taken so many of their assets off the board. We've taken a pause now, but if the Iranians renege on the commitments they've made, this is going to get turned back on.
And I think he's right. You can turn the military switch right back on in a second, Admiral. I don't think that's the problem. It's the political switch. It's the will switch. Do you think that's as easily turned back on?
Well, I think this president has been very good in deception and not being swayed by political folly at this point. So I think he is committed. And don't forget, we have more forces closing the region. The 11th MEU and the Boxer, and that's amphibious ready group closes this week. So there's another 2,000–3,000 forces. And as demonstrated in the recent rescue, we can go anywhere in Iran we want to go. So we can ratchet it up and take many steps we haven't taken. Raid deep into the country like we did to rescue the pilots. Raids onto Karg Island. So we've got all the tools in our kit that some we haven't even used yet. And I think the regime realizes this. So I think we're in the strongest possible position to negotiate, and as the president initially stated, unconditional surrender. Well, we may accept something less than that, but at the end of the day, the regime that remains in place has to renounce the Islamic Revolution and adhere to all these other principles and policies that are unreprehensible and cannot be left in place.
Meantime, here's the director for the National Union for Democracy in Iran. Watch.
This ceasefire, if it actually holds, I don't believe it will, is going to translate into much more killing, destruction, and death in Iran. People are anxious, but at the same time, we are absolutely grateful for the sacrifice that men and women in uniform, American and Israelis, have done, the help that they delivered. The Islamic Republic is weakened, and we are going to have our chance for overthrowing this regime.
Have our chance for overthrowing this regime? It's a question we've been asking now for the past 5 weeks. Will they take the chance?
I do believe that they will, Trace, and I pray that they will. This regime is so weakened. It's a once-in-a-generation chance that the Iranian people have. I agree with this gentleman that this regime has to go. There is no negotiating with this regime. All they will do is use it to rebuild and manipulate. They're killing so many people still, Trace. They're executing 1 to 2 young, beautiful people every single day. So this is a military mission, but it's also a humanitarian mission. We can't forget that.
Yeah, exactly right. Sheila, thank you very much. Admiral, we appreciate your time, sir. Thank you.